Okay, have you ever had a stump you want to get rid of? I'm going to show you some tricks on how to get rid of a stump. Now, you could just leave the stump, and after 20-25 years, it'll degrade on its own. You can go out there, give it a little kick, and it's basically gone. If you need it gone faster, you can always rent one of these stump grinders. These things are great. The only problem is they cost about $200 to rent for the day, and pretty much they'll get the top of the stump, but they won't get the roots. And they're really hard to use, but I know a cheaper way. It's going to take probably more time than this, but this is how I get rid of a stump. So I end up using a Sawzall. I have a 9-inch pruning blade on it. I'll get some safety glasses and ear protection, some gloves, a shovel, and then I'll end up using these Corona forged steel compound bypass locker. Now these things are awesome. They'll chew through some of the roots really fast. Now here's the stump that I have to work with. Now I already started digging it out. I already started cutting some of the roots. But it takes a lot of time to dig, and it is very difficult to dig close to the roots. So once you expose the roots, then you can use the Sawzall, cut off whatever roots you can. The Sawzall will cut into the dirt, which is great. It's better than a chainsaw, which if you cut with a chainsaw, it'll get dull right away. And you cut off as many pieces of the roots as you can. If you can't get them all, grab a shovel, dig them out, and then start finishing the cut. Okay, and then you can dig some more, use the loppers, and dig some more. And if you have a piece that you can't get out, you can always use a sledgehammer. Once you cut it, use a sledgehammer to break the piece out. Remove it, and then once you get the sides, then you have to get the bottom. So there's a ton of small roots at the bottom of the stump. You can just go in there with the Sawzall, but if you can't get them all, or if you start hitting stones, then here's a trick that I've learned. You can actually use water. Just grab a water hose and start spraying the tree stump. And actually remove the dirt, exposing the tree roots, and it'll expose any of the stones that are hidden in there. As you can see that rock that's stuck in there, so get that out. The only disadvantage is you get a ton of water in the hole that you've been digging. If you can dig a trench to let the water out, that's great. If not, you're probably gonna have to wait a day or so for it to drain. Once it's drained, then you can go back to cutting the tree roots at the bottom. Now another trick that I've learned is you can take a car jack, and this is a different stump, and you can use the car jack to jack up the stump so then you can get access at some of the roots. You can go and cut it with the Sawzall. Now moving back to the original stump, once it's all cut and loose at the bottom, you can go over there, hit it with the sledgehammer, give it a kick, try and push it over, and then you can check it, see if it needs to be cut anymore, use Sawzall, and try to move it. Now you have to be really careful before you move this tree stump. It's extremely heavy and it could fall on you. If it does, I'm telling you, it's probably gonna hurt. You can just push into the woods and let it rot over time, or you have to figure out a new way to get rid of it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, think about subscribing to my YouTube channel. Keep you up to date on all my future videos, and leave a comment about what you liked or what you didn't like. Thanks again for watching.